I have something prepared, but I'm going to address one of the last topics really quick. The benefit of legalization on the medical aspect is medical marijuana for children, the CBD oil, is very expensive. My son's dose at Roma Caring would start at 22.2 milligrams, which is $400 a month. That's not easy for a lot of families. That would not be easy for us. The legalization aspect of this bill would allow us to grow his own plant at home, juice it, go through the entire process, and make the exact same oil for him that he would be getting at these labs, these growers. Hello, thank you for allowing me to speak. My name is Heidi Rayl, and I'm here asking for your help. I need your support for me to be able to help my son. His name is Zayden. He's 4 years old and has a genetic condition that is very rare called MCSD due to a mutation on his PNKP gene. This disorder has many symptoms, but his most severe is an intractable epilepsy that started when he was an infant. We have tried phenobarbital, Sonogram, Keppra, Felbitol, Onfi, Clonazepam, Lamictal, Topamax, and the ketogenic diet, with no luck of controlling Zayden's seizures. He also has the brain implant, the vagal nerve stimulator. We currently give Zayden 42 milligrams of Valium before calling emergency medical services. 5 milligrams is your typical adult dose. That doesn't include the extra Valium that the paramedics and ER staff must give him for his seizures to stop. Zayden has been transported by ambulance and helicopter countless times. He has every different type of seizure, and some of his grand mal seizures last for hours. He quits breathing all of the time and requires rescue breaths with an ambu bag and an oxygen tank. I look at my son suffering and it breaks my heart that I can't fix it. I can't fix his boo-boo. I'll never stop trying. I'm here today needing your help in passing House Bill 1659. Your support can be the difference between my son being alive and living a real life. The difference between life and death. This bill would allow Zayden to have access to medical marijuana, and the image that comes to many minds includes smoking. That's not always the case. Zayden needs an oil produced by the marijuana plant. It is high in CBD and low in THC. CBD is a compound in cannabis that has significant medical effects, but does not make people feel high. Charlotte Fiji and Jaden David are two examples of how this God-given therapy can change lives. These children went from a comatose type state, non-stop seizures, and being hindered in development to standing, walking, running, talking. Their seizures are being controlled with only medical marijuana, than with all the pharmaceuticals put together. I was contacted just this morning by Charlotte's mother, Paige Fiji. In her email, she was expressing her support and willingness to travel here with her family. A Stanley brother who created the most popular strand of CBD, Charlotte's Web, doctors, etc., to help raise awareness in the state of Missouri of how this medicine can help. Scientists think the CBD quiets the excessive electrical and chemical activity in the brain that causes seizures. Following is a statement from Gregory T. Carter, who's an MD. He's the co-director of FDA ALS Center at the University of Washington. There are really no other medications that have the same mechanism of action as marijuana. Marinol is available by prescription in capsules that have the distinct disadvantage of only containing synthetic THC, which is only one of the many therapeutically beneficial cannabinoids in the natural plant. Zayden has had so much damage to his body through seizure activity and pharmaceutical medications. When you put the potential risk of the cannabis oil in this context, the choice is simple. We have exhausted all of his treatment options. We have tried everything except for cannabis. We know relocating our family is an option, but we truly want to stay here. This is our home, Missouri. Zayden has the best specialist we could ever ask for in St. Louis. Our pediatrician and our stabilization hospital are right here in Jefferson City. Our medical team truly cares about Zayden. He wouldn't be alive today without them. We don't want to leave them. I shared a video online of Zayden last week. It's very hard to do. He was having a grand mal seizure, and in this video I pleaded for help. I pleaded for support. This video has now traveled the world. This has been shared over 70,000 times. I am receiving hundreds of emails every day. Tens of thousands of people are showing support, wanting this to happen. We're not alone in this journey. We are now here pleading to you to help. Haven't saved my son's life.
Questions for this witness, Representative Flora?
Thank you, Chair Klein.
Thank you for coming here today, and we had talked a little bit before the hearing. And I want to make sure that I understand a part of your testimony, but in reality, I already know the answer, and I just want us to share it with the rest of the committee. You mentioned a couple different chemicals in marijuana, and isn't it true that, say, in the state of Colorado or Washington, where medical use is sanctioned, that they can genetically engineer marijuana plants to have 0 THC and very high different levels of other drugs in it to help people with some of their symptoms?
Yes, you can chemically alter a plant to grow basically however you want.
Just like in your corn.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with seizure control, they have found that having less than 3% THC is needed to help control their seizures. That is what we need here, and that's what's illegal.
And you had mentioned a young lady by the name of Charlotte and the Stanley brothers. And if I remember correctly, Charlotte was the little girl who would have 100 seizures an hour. 300 a day. And the doctors told her parents, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's nothing else we can do for her. Please get her the facts in order because she's not going to be with us for too long.
Yes.
She moves to Colorado and by trial and error finds a strain of medical marijuana that not only controls her seizures, but has allowed her to live the closest to a normal life.
She can tell her mom that she loves her.
She can talk to her mother, whereas before she couldn't. When you have 300 seizures a day, it's a little hard to do it. The best medical minds couldn't do anything for it, but medical marijuana gave her a life.
Yes.
How are you able to treat your son presently with any form of medical marijuana here in Missouri?
Not legally, so no.
And no insurance company would even consider paying for that in Missouri, would it?
No.
Again, thank you for your courage in coming down. He seems like a very energetic young man, and he's doing a great job here. Thank you for coming.